Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone is K.J. Hill. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
This defense for the Pats, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Here's Herbert. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
Second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So into Pats territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first and 10, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kyle Van Noy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that hollow metal sound is the bane of any kicker's existence, and here, that sound is going to keep our game scoreless.
And you could see him give that body English as the ball was in the air. Come on, baby, come on. But no dice that time.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. On 2nd down, they go back to White again. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. Room here to run. Powers through him. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. We're scoreless after 1.
No score.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the give, it's White. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Now Jones. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones, and a dump off to White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Folk's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert. And he'll get this underneath to Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The New England Patriots were seeking a good edge rusher, and Matt Judon is now providing that, having come over from Baltimore. 30.5 sacks the last 4 years there. They expect him to get to the quarterback frequently in Patriots red and blue.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This caught left side by the tight end, Parham. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Herbert. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Herbert now. This is Bell on the dump off. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second down and goal. Herbert. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Matt Judon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And it'll be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off play action. Jones. And caught by Henry. Shrugs him off. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Off the play fake. Jones going deep here for Stills. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On first down, it's Herbert. He'll check it down to Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. On the left side, this is Stills. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
And a Patriot 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the Chargers' 27-yard line.
Off play action. Jones. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw. Jones. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And Folk's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. Drive about to get going. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert throwing again. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on 3rd and goal? They hand off to their big tight end. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Trey McKinney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Chargers 10, Patriots 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to White. And he's got room. Uses the stiff arm. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. White. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have retaken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Important extra point up and through. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone is K.J. Hill. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing, Herbert. Finding Allen, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling, because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Pass complete to Bell, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Now Herbert. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Herbert to throw. Caught here by Bell. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Herbert. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now a first throw here in overtime. First down and much more for Henry. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
Not much there, only a yard. Second and 9. Now Jones. And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 19. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On a handoff, it's White. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Justin Jones there on the stop. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Oh, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shit, watch the shit. Check, 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 check. Hey, alert 3. 70 line. 19, right here.
Now Herbert with his first throw in OT. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Do what we do, do what we do.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get back.